Hi, my name is Sarah Myers. I am here to do just a little video tutorial on how to make Plarn. Plarn is just plastic yarn. It's a big thing right now, but it's also a really good way to recycle. So we're going to start with a plastic bag. You can get them from anywhere, from your groceries, from off the side of the road, like anything really. We just need to get them out of the places where they're not supposed to be, start using them for stuff, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your bag, you're going to fold it. We'll flatten it out a little bit first, and fold it several times so that you don't have to cut as much, okay? So we're going to make it really nice and skinny. Now, when you're cutting your pieces for the Plarn, they don't have to be exact. You do want to make sure that they're probably at least a ½ inch big, maybe an inch, so I usually measure based on like my fingertip, because if they're too skinny, they could tear. Go ahead, this is the end of my bag, this is the open side. I'm just going to cut off the end because we don't need that. Alright, so you're going to go along the length of the bag and just cut off these little pieces, okay? Now if you look at it, this is what you're going to get. It makes a circle, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pause there and cut the rest of them, and then we'll go over what you need to do next. Alright, so the next step is to take these little circles that you've made, these two pieces, and you're just going to loop them around each other, pull them through each other so that they connect. Now I have a long piece, okay? So super easy, you just pick up all your little pieces, loop them through each other, and just pull them tight, okay? You're going to do that for all of your pieces until you have one long big piece of Plarn, alright? Okay, so we're going to do that in slow motion. Here's the piece that's already attached to everything, alright? You're going to take your new piece, stick it through the loop, pull it through this way. That's how they connect, alright?
Alright, so in the first part, you're going to take your yarn, and we're going to make a slip knot in order to have a place to put your hook. So you have your Plarn, the short pieces on top. Do you see that there? Okay, and then you're going to put your hook into the hole from the back, grab the yarn from the front, and pull it through the hole. Okay, so now this knot can slide bigger and smaller, and that's what we're going to start with. Then you're going to chain. And you're going to chain however long you want your bag to be wide, okay? So if you want your bag to be 6 inches wide, then you're going to only chain 6 inches worth of yarn. If you want it to be 12 or 18, then you're just going to keep going. So let me show you what that looks like. Alright, you hold your Plarn, you're going to grab it with your hook, take it through the hole, lay your hook on top of the Plarn, grab it, take it through the hole. Lay your hook on top of the Plarn, grab it, take it through the hole. Okay, we're just going to keep chaining this way for a while until the bottom of our bag is long. So here, see, that's not very much space yet. Can't fit hardly anything into that bag, so we're just going to keep going. So once again, I'm still just laying my hook onto the Plarn, pulling it through the hole. Okay, now I'm not going to make you watch me do this whole thing, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it there, and then show you how wide I make it when I am ready to start adding to the actual body of the bag. Alright, so this is going to be the base of our bag. Yeah, it looks good. It's probably about a foot long. It doesn't really matter exactly, but that's about how big I wanted my bag to be. Ta-da! Gorgeous! I don't know how many chains that was, and again, that doesn't really matter either. You just make it whatever size you want. So what we're going to do now is, since this is the base of our bag, we're going to be putting double stitches into each of these little chain stitches. Do you see those holes there? That's where your double stitches are going to go. So we're just going to start here. We're going to go just a couple double stitches over so that you have a place where it goes up and there's not a big gap. So you're going to skip 2 and you're going to put your double stitch into this first hole here. In order to do a double stitch, you lay your hook onto your yarn, wrap it around the hook, stick your hook into the hole that you're going into, take the yarn, pull it back through the hole, make it kind of tall, check that you have 3 loops, wrap it, pull it through 2, wrap it, pull it through 2. Okay, let's do that again. Lay your hook on top of the yarn, wrap your yarn around the hook, go through the next hole. So see, this is the hole where my last stitch went. I'm going to go over to this one, put your hook into it, grab the yarn, pull it back out, stretch it out a little bit so it's nice and tall, check that you have 3 loops, take your yarn, wrap it, pull it through 2, wrap it, pull it through 2. I'm going to show you one more, and then I'm going to just go ahead and finish the whole row off camera. Alright, so you lay your hook onto the yarn, you go into the next hole that you're going to, pull the yarn back through, check to make, ignore that thing, there's like crazy bunny ears there, check to make sure that you have your 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, wrap it, pull it through 2, wrap it, pull it through 2. Okay, so you're going to keep doing that 1 stitch into each little chain hole all the way across until you get to the end where you started with your slip knot. Alright, so here we are at the end. Here's where I started with my double stitches. Okay, and then went all the way down that row of chains that I had. Now in order to make this a bag, I'm going to go ahead and do more double stitches in the same set of chains, but I need to flip it around so that I can keep working in the correct direction. So I'm going to flip it this way. So here we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start putting double stitches along here, just like I did on the other side, so that they will be 2 rows of double stitches overlapping each other, touching each other, okay? Alright, so let me show you what that looks like. Here is me wrapping my yarn around the hook. I'm going to go into the hole, bring it through, and there, oh, it's going crazy. There is my first double stitch for this backwards row. Okay, so now I'm going to keep going, go through here. You know what, that's really difficult. Let's try that differently. Alright, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here we are on our row. We're actually going to wrap the yarn around the hook, go down here into the bottom of the chain, pull the yarn through, wrap it, pull it through 2, wrap it, pull it through 2. Okay, so here's your first double stitch. It's laying on top of its little friend over here. There's its partner double stitch that goes in that hole. Your next one is going to go right here, and then right here, and just on down the row. So let me show you one more, and then I will turn it off. Okay, so you're going to wrap it. We're going to go into this hole, pull it through 2, pull it through 2. Wrap it, go into this hole here, pull it through 2, pull it through 2. Okay, you see how it's starting to wrap around? That's going to be the inside of your bag there. Alright, so here we are. I've come all the way almost to the other end, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like kind of in process. It's like a little plastic canoe. It's so cute. So here we are. We're going to come around to the end, finish the last couple of stitches. Someone is knocking down my backdrop. Alright, so here are the last few stitches. This is the very last stitch. Alright, now in order to connect this so that it's not just like strangely open at the end, we're going to bring it up here. Oh, you can't see that. There you go. Bring it up here. You're going to stick your hook into this very first stitch that you did. Take your Plarn, pull it through that one, pull it through this row, and now everything is connected from end to end. Okay? I'll show you that part again. Alright, so we're going to go back over here to the very first stitch, stick your hook into the very first stitch, grab your Plarn, pull it through that first stitch, pull it through the last stitch, and now everything is connected. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to go up to the second row. This is your first row. We're going to go up to the second row. In order to do that, you're going to chain 2. So you're going to go 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to check the tops of each of these stitches. Do you see how there's a rounded part and then a pointy part? The pointy part needs to be pointing towards your left hand. Left, check L for left. The pointy part needs to be going that way. So I know that I have mine facing the right direction now. I'm going to put my stitches in each of those little teardrops up at the top, going all the way across and around. So I'm going to go all the way around and continue around this edge of the bag and around the other side so that I have 2 rows on both sides of the bag. Okay, so I started here with the green and I have come all the way around. Here I am almost finished with my second row, so I wanted to just go ahead and show you how to finish that. So we're going to finish it up with our double stitches. Go into the last few stitches. My baby's trying to steal my yarn. Okay, and then that was our last stitch right there, so now we have to connect it over here to the green one. So we're going to do the same thing. You go into your first stitch here, go into the top of it, grab your yarn, pull it through the first stitch, pull it through the last stitch, and now it's connected, okay? So you're just going to keep doing that until your bag is as tall as you want it to be. It'll probably be 10 or 12 rows, I don't really know. We'll just kind of see how it goes. And I'll get back to you when it's time to do the handles. Alrighty, here's the bag. Made a lot of progress, decided that I am ready for the handle now. So what I did is I counted the stitches along the top row so that I could find approximately the middle-ish of where I want to put the handle. And so here's my edge. I've gone to here. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to make a gap across here. So that's where my handle's going to be. And then I'm going to start reconnecting it here over on this other side. The easiest way to do this is to do your double stitches regularly, like you were doing, and then we're going to chain across this gap. So you are going to chain however many your gap is going to be. My gap is going to be about 10, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to chain 10, and that should get me about to over here, and then I'm going to start doing double stitches again in this 11th hole right there. Alright, and then that leaves a gap right there. So I'm going to go and do that and then show you what it looks like. Alright, so here's what it looks like with the gap in it. I've got one side with double stitches, and here's my chain, so that's where you're going to have your handle, and then here's the other side with the double stitches, so that's just one side of the bag. You're going to flip it around. You're going to do the same thing on this side of the bag. Try and make your hole match up as best as you can. And then I will come back to you after I finish that part. Alright, so now I've done both sides of it, so there's my two handles. Now what you're going to do in order to finish your bag is you're going to go up and you're going to do your... Alright, now to finish up your bag, you are going to do one last row. Here's your two handles that match up, alright? You're going to do one more row of double stitches all the way around the top. That makes your handles stronger so that they won't stretch out if you put anything heavy in there, or at least won't stretch out as much. Just gives a little bit of reinforcement, and then you're done with your bag. I hope you like it. Can you show it to everybody? What? No, not you. The bag. Show everyone the bag. Ta-da! There it is with the finished top row. Can you pick it up, Torin?
Baby. Bell.
Guess not.